What is going on, guys? It is Dylan here. Today we'll be going over a ticker symbol analysis on the ticker symbol MVIS microvision before we get to the technical analysis, patterns, trends, indicators, and much more. Where the stock price might go within the next few according days. I just want to let you know that I am bullish on the company. I do think they have a bright future ahead of them. But with that being to the side, let's just get right into the video and let's not waste any time. Okay, so you do see that on the daily. We did get that doji candle, I believe Thursday, yeah, or Wednesday. So we did get that doji candle, which does form indecision in the markets, as we do have, even price rejection to the upside and the down. Okay, we did get a second candle with another doji candle, which is even cleaner than the prior one, and this one actually did close lower than the previous candle. Okay, so a lot of people would consider this a bearish evening star, which is a bearish reversal pattern. And this isn't the cleanest one I've ever seen, as generally you'd like to see just a big wide bar all the way down, not really giving a fight to any support lines or even low price rejection, to be honest, at all. Okay, so definitely keep in mind of that we kind of do have a bearish pattern playing out on the chart. We will have to see how this plays out. It's definitely not the cleanest though, so I wouldn't bet against it. I wouldn't bet with it. Okay, so you do see that we did bounce off that support line at that 1750, which I have been mentioning in my prior videos for short-term support. That 1750 is definitely a very crucial point on the chart where the bulls like to step in and pick up these shares. Okay, if I go to the 1 hour just to look at the stock price on a more minute time frame, you do see that right away. We do have this descending resistance level where whenever we get to this point, the sellers push the stock down. We have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, and around 6 touches. Okay, so we are making a run of that in the pre-market to see if we can get above that. If we can break above that descending resistance line, then easily we could go test that 1916. Where then at that point, if we do break above this red box of resistance, then we most definitely could push 21, 22, 23 bucks. We would have to get above that psychological $20 level, as if I go to the 5-minute, amongst this descending triangle, we also did have a little bit of a pennant, which I will mark up. You do see that we have a little bit of a pennant that, was pretty clean. And I bet a lot of short sellers most definitely did hop in on the break of this pennant. And a lot of their stop losses will be at that $20 psychological level, which they're betting that the stock won't get above. Okay, so if we can't get above that $20 level, then we most definitely could see a pretty nice short squeeze occur. It definitely wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Okay, but with that being to the side, if we do break down from this descending triangle, then at that 1750 we break it and hold, then we could go see that 1670 level, maybe even that $16 level. Definitely keep an eye on that, as we are approaching crucial resistance amongst this pattern. So this most definitely is a very, very key part on the chart. I don't know what happened to my red box of resistance, but nonetheless, I did have a box to that $20 level all the way down to that $20 level to that $19 level. That is some general resistance where, in the past, if you just look, the stock really hasn't been able to get above that whatsoever. Whenever we get in there, we simply just, have a lot of upper price rejection. We end up falling down. Where we did have a double top around here as well. So this general range is definitely a very important part on the chart. If I go to the daily, see that the volume, it has been picking up. We did get red volume yesterday, but to say the least, if we can continue to see just a slow increase of volume, then it wouldn't surprise me to see more and more bulls and buyers step into the stock. But as of right now, it would look very attractive to the bulls if we could set around 24 or 25 million in volume, which we did set 13 million prior to the previous day. As then it looks, very nice. As then it would look like we are continuing to increase in buying pressure and volume. As if you look at the MACD, we have been increasing buying pressure amongst these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, amongst these 7 days that we have been in this golden cross. And to see the prior 2 days actually have been the same price movements. Okay, so you see that on the MACD, on the histogram, we've set the same buying pressure 2 days in a row. And generally, this is an early indication potentially of a death cross that is about to occur. If we do enter a death cross, that definitely won't be good for the stock. But as of right now, we just got to watch to see if this golden cross on the daily wants to increase in buying pressure and increase that orange to get more and more and more above the blue. That would look very nice, but as of right now, there might be an early indication of this golden cross ending. If you look at the RSI index, it's been doing very, very nice ever really since this candle around these $12 levels. We've just been doing very, very nice on the RSI, trending up, with little minute pullbacks amongst the way, but generally in a very nice range. Okay, we have been receiving a pretty harsh pullback today. I say if we don't get a nice snap out on the RSI today, then we might enter a downtrend. As previous, if we get a little pullback the next day, we simply just get more interest in the stock, resulting in the relative strength index snapping up. So we do want that to be in a 50 to 70 range. If you're a bull, at least if you're buying stock, I should say, you want to see that in a 50 to 70 range, generally trading in the upwards manner. Okay, so with all that being to the side, you do see that we are trying to bounce off that 1750 support and that 5-day moving average, that green line right there. We do got the 9 and the 50-day moving average, the 9 being the red line and the 50 being the blue line, right below us for support on the daily. Okay, so definitely watch that. Say we do come down there for some nice support. But with that being out of the way, if I do go to the 1 hour just to look at the price action, you do see that the stock is, trying to rally, trying to get above that descending resistance level, and that would be very nice for the bulls, as I did say a couple minutes back. That would be very, very nice, but as of right now, we just got to see what really happens, as the price action is just very flat. We're just consolidating, trying to make a move, and the more we want to play out amongst this wedge and, just continue to dance along this resistance and support, then the bigger the move, as then it would be really primed in that apex, and that's definitely what pattern traders want to see. So definitely keep an eye on that heading into the next few days. But with all that being said, there really isn't too much I would want to go over. I definitely don't want to waste up any of your guys' time. If you enjoyed